if you try to challenge a girl as to her male friend, she's going to tell you that you are feeling insecure. What's going on, everyone? Mr. Sly, aka Sly Pro Max, back in here with another amazing video. Hit the like button, comment, and subscribe. So that said, let's get into the video for today. I welcome you guys back to this channel. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing and commenting. It's been amazing. I want to discuss about something important today. Today I'm going to be talking about the 3 categories of girls you should not date. Now, let's get into number 1, your neighbor. Now, this is going to sound funny to you, but please hear me out. You see, your neighbor is going to sound sweet, it's going to sound amazing that you can just go downstairs, knock on her door and get some access. It's going to sound amazing that with a phone call, she can walk over with a pot of soup to give you and you all relax, chill and be happy. But guys, that is not going to go long or too good in the long run. And I have a reason why I'm saying so. Number 1, if you're the kind of guy who likes to play around, who likes to have other girls around, well, consider that game of yours over. But now let's look at it from the second point of view. If your girlfriend is the type of girl who has so many male friends than female friends, then you have to be ready to welcome those guys in her apartment, knowing that you have to give her some privacy. That's just what happens, because if you try to challenge a girl as to her male friend, she's going to tell you that you are feeling insecure. The fun thing is this: when you ask a girl, why do you have more male friends than female friends, she tells you that female friends are bitches or whatever. But that also tells you a lot about her herself, who is the female, and she doesn't consider that fact. She thinks I find it hard to relate with men. Most times she's going to tell you he's a cousin brother. Sometimes she's going to tell you he's even gay, or he's a church member who came to preach to her. Well, they know the gospel they were preaching anyway. But what would you say yourself? Would you be able to relax and take that? I definitely don't think any man will accept nonsense like that. But it is what it is. Number 2 is your church member. Now I know Sister Funke is looking nice, scarf, anointing oil and Bible. But guys, it's not all what she's making it to be to you that she is. Number 1 is why I say so. Most ladies have a crazy past, and when they've led or lived a life beyond imagination that a man cannot even live, they then fall back to the church looking for a good man to wife them up after all of that nonsense that they've done. Most men will find this hard to deal with. Why? Because most men want to be the one who opens a woman's eye to the world. That is why back in those days, marriage was done between virgins. But these days, it just goes on anyhow. Now, a man is going to have to feel or try to think that how can he live up to a woman who has a worse off past than he is. I'm not trying to judge a woman's past. What I'm trying to say is this: as a man, he might not be able to deal with that fact because he feels she has seen so much. He is now trying to be walking on a short thread, trying to measure himself against the other men from her past if he's doing any better. And guys, that's not good for your mental health. So I will tell you, your church member might not be the one for you. Secondly, why your church member is not the one for you is because if you're the type of guy who wants to dance and dash or smash and dash, well, think about the after effect. This is a lady who works in the church actively, who you found and wanted her. But then you slept with her and then you found out that she didn't have the things that you wanted in a woman. So now you say you don't want to do anymore. Guess what? She's going to spread your story around in the church about how you used her and walked away. And that's not going to be so good for you. The ushers are going to throw you off somewhere in the back chair so you don't come close to the altar because you're a bad person. Or the Brothers Association guys are going to cut you off as well because you're a sinner. The choir are also going to sing music trying to advise you to give your life to Christ and stop fornication. That's not good for you. You might end up changing church. The disgrace is on you guys. Number 3 and finally, the most important person you do not want to date is your colleague at work. Yeah, I know most people say they found their wives at work, but that's just one among stories, among millions of stories. Yeah, I know all those sneaky, stealing kisses you and your lover can do, who happens to be your co-worker, might be intoxicating. I know you might think that seeing her 5 days in a week and 2 days in the weekend would make the relationship grow stronger, but you are wrong. Like I always say, you get lost from a purpose. Your main aim at work is to be able to learn more, get better, start a business of yours, or move up the ladder, start running things over there. But now you draw your attention, or you are dividing your attention between work and your girlfriend. And when that happens, guys, forget about it. You really cannot be able to grow so much as to walk up within the ladder. You might end up having a problem or might get you seen or getting you kicked out of the organization, or because you wanted a woman or you wanted to date a woman who was your secretary. You draw more attention to yourself. I always advise men, when you are working official jobs, you just want to be that guy who comes in, gets the job done, and goes home. They feel your effect. but you don't want to have them talking about you in the negative light. That's not wrong. Secondly, another thing you're going to have to deal with is the fact that you are not the only male guy in that company. So even if you may have won her, or one thing is those other guys, the other male there, or the other male colleagues of yours are going to be trying to get access to her. So now you're also not just focusing on your work, you're trying to watch her because you're jealous and don't want any other guy around her. Now finally, if you two have a major quarrel, the whole office is going to know about it. You're going to be the topic of discussion. You might end up getting kicked out. Most probably, you might not even know what your company's policy is like as to relationship. So I really would advise against this in a colleague at work. I'm not saying it's all bad, but most times the odds are not always in your favor. There you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video today, man. If you have any other type of categories of girls you feel men shouldn't date, put in the comment section. Hit that like button, comment and subscribe. I'll come here again next time. It is what it is. I'm out.